Before all that, my first guest tonight looked like he might be returning to the stage for his greatest ever role as President of Ireland. However, last week he announced he was stepping out of the race. Here to tell us why, would you please welcome Mr. Michael Flatley. Welcome to the show. We played a little bit of Oasis for you there as your walk-on. I know you're a fan. You were at the gigs during the summer, I believe.
Yes, yeah, fantastic. What a show. I mean, you know, the two Gallagher boys, they're Mayo.
They're Mayo lads, yeah.
It takes Irishmen to have the biggest band in the world.
It does.
Yeah, fantastic.
What was it like being one of the biggest stars in the world, watching two other guys, you know, up there doing their stuff?
I just said, well, first, thank you for saying that. But yeah, they're remarkable. And I brought my wife and son and my sister-in-law, and they had the time of their lives. They knew every song. I knew the ones I could hear. It was quite loud, but it was fantastic. What a show. I mean, they're really gifted. And I know Noel, and he's just such a nice guy.
He's a good lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he was good. I got back to the Carton House where I was staying at the time, and it was at the embassy with Eddie Walsh, and I came back. We had a couple of martinis while we were there, and so I got into the house and or to the hotel rather, and I sent Noel a text and bang, straight back, come to the show. And
oh, wow.
So nice of him, just such a kind person.
Up until last week, we thought we were going to be swapping Michael D for Michael F. Question we're all asking, what happened?
I decided the timing wasn't right. But, you know, these things in life, you have to take it very seriously, and I do take it seriously. It took a long time to really think it over, think my way through it, to think what I could give, and think what I'm doing now. And I think perfunctory decisions usually prove deleterious. So the longer I took, the closer I got to a definitive decision, Patrick. And, you know, I think I can serve the people of Ireland a lot better continuing to do what I do, promoting Ireland and Irish culture globally, like I've done for 30 years. And I'm proud of that, and it's an honor for me to represent Ireland. And listen, it wasn't easy, because the greatest honor that any person could possibly have in life is to be president of the country you love.
And it's a huge decision. I mean, you know, where was the point in your head where you thought, I could do this job?
Well, that's a tough one, and thank you for making it so complicated. You know, that was a big part of it. First of all, there's a lot of things I can't do. I wasn't blessed with a formal education. I can't speak Gaelic, so that's the first mark. But it would, you know, it would be mendacious of me to say that I have a clean bill of health right now as well, and I don't think that would be fair, you know. And I was walking at the beach in Doonbeg one day thinking, can I really do this? And of course, I'd fired myself up. It's a dream, and it became a really passionate dream. Yes, I can do this. I want to finish my career doing that. It would be a wonderful thing. But it wouldn't be fair to the Irish people. I think I'm better served doing what I do. I know the president, as an example, needs to get permission from the government to leave the country. I travel the world and have done for 30 years. I've met all the world leaders. I don't have to get permission except from my wife. And I
would quite like to have seen you with all the world leaders, line them up for the photograph. That would have been great. It would have been. That would have been. That's the one we wanted to see.
Yeah, I can just imagine some of those trying to dance. Yeah, it'd be great. But listen, I'm proud and honored to keep doing what I'm doing. And you know, they say never say never. This just was not a good time for me, and I'd like to wish all of the candidates really good luck.
You mentioned your health there. How you doing? I know you're still getting treatment for your cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good. Patrick, the good times outweigh the bad. You know, I feel great. I feel like I'm on the way back. I don't think there's any fear of me, but I do take it seriously. I take it very seriously, and I'm working with a fantastic company, Breakthrough Cancer Research. They're wonderful, wonderful people, and they take it seriously. You know, funny, we go through life, we just get on with our lives. We don't think anything can ever happen to us, but it can. And this year alone, I lost 3 of my best friends in the world. A young lad that I grew up with at school. We were only kids going to school together and, racing cars and drinking and fighting and chasing girls and what young lads do. And cancer took him. Ken Fogarty, my senior counsel, cancer took him. Eddie Jordan, my best friend in the world, racing car legend, cancer took him. And so you don't think it's going to affect you until one day, bang. And when it hits, your life is never the same, never. And the people that you turn to at those times are people like Breakthrough Cancer Research, people that are pushing so hard, pushing the boundaries to find the answer. And I think...
It's a charity you've worked with for a long time.
Yeah, many, over 10 years, maybe 15 years. They're great people. And the reason I like them, Patrick, they're fearless. They're courageous. They won't take no for an answer. They believe that there's a cure for every cancer out there, and they're determined to find it. And they have this wonderful exhibition on at the St. Stephen's Green Centre. If you get a chance, I advise everybody, please go and see it. It's a remarkable exhibition. And it shows all the different, stages of cancer through the eyes of people that have suffered it, and even the old methods, the gruesome methods that they dealt with it in the past, and how that's changed and what's been developed to bring it to a new level, to try and save more people. And I can promise you, when you're lying on that hospital bed being wheeled in, they're the people that you think about. Those are the things. Have they done their job? Well, you can be damn sure these people have, and that's why I'm with them.
You know, one of the things, every time I meet you, there's an inner steel in there. And when you're going through this, you're a fighter, you used to fight.
Yep.
Is it at a stage now where you're still fighting this, or do you accept it and live with it? How does it work?
Well, I suppose, of course you accept it and live with it. You have no choice. And I'm a man of faith, and I highly recommend it, especially for younger people that are starting out in life. I think that God pulled me through this. It wasn't my time yet, and people come to me and ask that same question. When you're out in that little rowboat in the middle of the sea and the waves are 30 feet high and crashing, don't focus on the sea. Focus on the hand of God. Focus on hope and believe in it. That's where you develop the steel inside in yourself. And life is like that. And the more you give, the more you get. There's a reason somehow that he kept me here. Clearly wasn't to be the president, Patrick, but but there's a reason. Yeah, listen, I am a fighter. I've always been a fighter. I'm proud to say that last year, on the 100th anniversary of the Chicago Golden Gloves boxing, they made me a titan of Chicago boxing. That meant an awful lot to me, especially my father. He was a fighter from County Sligo. If he was alive, God rest him, he would have been very proud. So I guess there's a little bit of a fighter in me, and you have to rely on that at times like this.
You're talking about the people in Breakthrough Cancer Research and the work and the fight that they do. You donated something very special to this exhibition at the Stephen's Green Centre. What was that?
Yes, one of my flutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, I suppose a lot of people don't really want to talk about these sorts of things, but when you get cancer, and there's that unknown time between when you get it and when you know you're going to be okay. And for me, it's a very lonely place. And I'd say it's like that for a lot of people. I remember sometimes sitting in a whole room full of people and everyone was laughing and it's a great night. But inside in me, I was still lonely because I knew that it was me and this terrible disease. And, somebody's going to win. And no matter, all my friends can be putting their arms around me and life is great and laughing. I see my wife and my son playing, but sometimes I wasn't actually there. And there would be times I'd be sitting at Castle Hyde in the green room and looking at the fire, and I'd be staring, thinking, don't keep thinking about that. Stop thinking about that. Focus on the positive. And I used to pick up the old wooden flute and go to the window, look out at the soft rain and play a few tunes, and somehow things just got a little bit better. Your subconscious sort of mellows it a bit. And that's so I donated a flute for breakthrough cancer research, one of my very special ones. It's a priceless instrument. If this was a violin, it would be a Stradivarius.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have a flute just behind you here tonight. Last time you were
Just
here...
by accident.
Just by accident. I have no idea how priceless this one is.
It's
but
a beauty.
It is a beauty.
Yeah, it sure is.
Last time you were here, you gave us a little tune. Could we ask you again to do your stuff? What are you... You're checking something there?
I'm making sure that that it's in line.
Okay.
That's Patrick's hint to say, can we please cheer things up a little bit? Yes, I will, if you don't mind.
Here we go. Wow, amazing.
Thanks so much.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. So look, I mean, if we're not going to see you as Lord of the Áras, what's coming up next?
Well, we are working hard on our 30th anniversary tour of Lord of the Dance, and they opened 2 weeks ago in South Africa to sold out standing room only crowds, and evidently we got a 5-minute standing ovation on the first night. Same when we went to Australia just after that, and tomorrow night they open in Taiwan. And so I'll be having a press conference on the 24th to announce the 30th anniversary world tour, and it's going to be coming back to the Point, not the Point, the Three Arena.
Three Arena.
Yeah. Sorry, we'll be back at the Three Arena, where it all started, where we started the whole thing. And, you know, I want to say this, these are wonderfully talented, gifted, hardworking Irish young people who've traveled the world and carried the tricolour with them everywhere and promoted Ireland and danced their hearts out for people all over the world. And they're coming home, and I hope that you'll all come out and give them a warm homecoming, which they richly deserve. You know, maybe I can just finish by saying, my parents, my father was Sligo and my mother was Carlo, Patrick, and they brought me up to be proud to be Irish. And I'll always be proud to be Irish. I can't tell you what it means. It's hard for you sometimes here because there's an old saying, you can't see the picture from inside the frame. Well, I'll tell you what, I travel the world, and I might have been built in Chicago, but I'm 100% Irish. And I see how other people look at Ireland. I see what they think of Ireland. I hear people talk, and everybody looks to Ireland as the center, as the light. What's the next thing that's coming? Ireland is so important. And, you know, Ireland is such a remarkable country. And to me, Ireland is the greatest country on earth. The Irish people are the greatest race of people on earth. Now, the French, my buddies will tell me that it's France, and the Italians, they'll say it's Italy, but I love them. I love them for loving their own country. I think it's wonderful. But I was, just the other day, I was thinking, and it's quite significant, actually. For Ireland, Katie Taylor's the greatest boxer in the world. McGregor's the greatest cage fighter that ever lived. We've got the greatest rugby team in the entire world. The two greatest dance shows in Lord of the Dance and Riverdance, the greatest rock bands at U2, and the biggest rock band in the world, Oasis, which are remarkable. We get the greatest racehorses, the greatest poets and writers, and don't forget the movie stars. Cillian Murphy, a current Oscar winner, greatest actor in the world, Liam Neeson, Paul Mescal, Saoirse Ronan, I forget some of them, Colin Farrell, remarkable.
Michael, I'm just listening to you here. I think you might have talked yourself back into the presidential race here, the way things are going.
No, but don't forget.
Look, it's always so good to see you. Come back and see us sometime soon. No, sit where you are. Sit where you are. One more time. Give it up for Michael Flatley. You can experience the Breakthrough Cancer Research Exhibition at the St Stephen's Green Centre until October the 31st. You can book your free tickets, I believe, at cancerrevolution.ie.